So Dimples was denied a visa to go to the US. I actually didn't know that. Is an article that I saw in the newspaper. It says US embassy deflates governor's ego. A governor who had planned to make a grand entry into New York for the United Nations General Assembly got a shock of his life when his visa application was rejected. Why? The man had apparently made plans to paint the town red, besides attending some sessions and side events at the event. Our mole says that just like a controversial CS who is not allowed to travel to the US or meet the country's officials, the county boss seems to have been blacklisted over corruption claims. Eh? The fact that he was not officially told the reason for the rejection has further deflated his ego. I did not know. I just actually I saw who is this guy. He calls himself on Twitter Rogers Kipembe Mpuru. Kumbe Sachs ndio alinyimwa visa ya US juu ya corruption. Ngori, one term loading. Ai, hata hii term sioni ikiisha, my friend. Sioni ikiisha kwa sababu I told you guys, when you're voting, vote with your heads, don't vote with your diabs. Secondly, who are these people convincing you? You have your own brain, but you're being convinced to vote for someone because of Dimples, because the guy has a fake British accent. Are you so lacking in mental tools to form lasting conclusions about human beings? I mean, you make judgments. You have to make decisions all your life. You decide when to cross the road, and to arrive alive, you make so many decisions between morning and evening. But when it comes to election, you suspend the use of your mental faculties. I don't understand what happens during election, so that the space between your ears is no longer filled with white matter, but human waste. Kinyesi. I need to understand how that system works, because I was asking my friends the other day, how comes that you have gone to school, nursery, primary, high school, university, even some further education, but then when it comes to election, your boda guy convinces you who to vote for. Your mama mboga convinces you. Because look at now, there are the politicians who are not doing anything. There are some who are just buying new reflector jackets for boda guys, because they know that you're convinced by your boda guy. Now that guy's interests are not yours. That guy can survive without electricity, without running water, without whatever. You need all those services. So how do you allow such a guy to influence your voting decisions? I don't understand. You should have known that Sakaja, based on his track record, he was a member of parliament. The only thing he did was draft a bill, I don't know, to create to institute the National Employment Authority as the parastatal which will create jobs or help in job creation. Now, you using your head, do you create a parastatal to create jobs, or do you create a conducive environment which will then encourage, inspire investment, and job creation? You see, if you cannot put two and two, if you cannot relate politics to your everyday life like that, then you are condemning us, you are wasting us the entire. We are weaker because of your stupidity, your collective stupidity. When you start saying that somebody has dimples, that he deserves to be governor, I mean, how dumb are you? We are going through a mess which has been induced by you people because of your. How do you allow Mama Mboga and Boda to influence you? How? And you've gone to school. You are the majority. They are not the majority. You are the majority. You create jobs for the boda guys, for the Mama Mboga guys. You are the ones who keep them in business. You are the ones who should be telling them who to vote for, not the other way around. Yeah, so here you have Sakaja, and every time I was criticizing him, I'm told, oh, you're being a hater, you're just jealous. Ni wivu, unakuwaga na wivu wewe, kwa sababu nini? Ulikuwa wapi? Buka yako alikuwa wapi? Akina Kenyatta wakiiba mashamba alikuwa wapi? You see, the analogies that you rely on to obfuscate the fact that you elect thugs in office. You're crazy people. You understand? You have to take personal responsibility for your voting decisions. So Sakaja, and I was asking people the other day, we need to take a case study of Busia. How that everyone seems to imagine that the smartest people are in Nairobi and the dumbest people are up country. So how then could Busia have elected one senator who is very smart, who is going, out of his way to just champion for the rights of the ordinary mwananchi? How did they arrive at that conclusion? Well, a place like Kiambu, they are voting for a guy just because he was twerking to country music. You understand? You need to understand that your stupidity is not by coincidence. There are circumstances, because how does Nairobi elect the most people because of Ati Dimples? Out of the most shadiest and flimsiest of reasons, none with merit. And then you've seen the impact that one senator can have into the gross national can you say performance of politicians. Yeah, one senator can be able to go and challenge the government on the finance bill, can be on the media, can be doing the work that all of them should be doing. Now, can you imagine if we had 10? So if we stopped now, first of all, obsessing about the presidency, let's start focusing on the counties. Why would you squander? Because the county officials or the devolved offices are the ones which have a direct impact on you. But you guys, what do? You elect chokoras as MCAs. You see, you elect chokoras who cannot, and these are guys who are overseeing a budget of 50, 100 billion every year, and you elect chokoras. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. You think if Safaricom imagine if Safaricom, the management was elected by universal suffrage, see, that company would have collapsed a long time ago. But here you are, you're voting for chokoras. You think that 5 years is a very short time. Tutabajia 2027. 5 years is a long time. 5 years can change your lives. It can lead to mass, can we call it economic deprivation? You'll be immigrating en masse to Germany, to Canada, just because of 5 years. You saw what 2 years of a lockdown and extreme measures done by the last regime, what it resulted in. You understand? Now, so you think that 5 years is a very short time. It's crazy, you people. You people are joking with life. By the way, have you seen this weekend? There've been so many road accidents. I've seen 2 celebrities have died out of a road accident. I've seen even Bien of Sauti Sol has died. No, he hasn't died. Sorry, he got an accident. I saw his Porsche Cayenne messed up. Now, I've been telling you that our roads are shoddily made by the Kenyan engineers. I told you Kenyan engineers are so useless, they cannot even get jobs as expatriates in any other country, even if it was Somalia, because of their appetite for corruption, their insatiable greed. All of them just want to cut corners with our roads. They don't mark them. They don't mark the bumps. You understand? All our roads are just, I mean, if you wake up in the morning, go to work and come back home, it's a miracle just to survive the Kenyan roads. There are no lights. Yeah, they don't want to, and they've been paid for. If you look at the infrastructure budgets every year, they've been just growing and growing, but these guys are not doing anything. Kenya National Highways Authority, Kenya Urban Roads Authority, Kenya Rural Roads Authority. I told you to make it your personal decision to call out these guys. If you have engineering friends who make roads, you tell them they are useless guys, they are useless bastards, and one day we are going to have them all arrested. The Kuria Director General is a pathological liar. He went somewhere another day and then he lied to guys that he's going to fix their roads. He doesn't. These guys don't do anything. So you as being celebrities, you as being who, you think that bad governance doesn't affect you. You think that you're insulated with the money and the perks that come with being in the limelight. No, everyone is a potential victim. The sooner you speak out, the better. And I need you to start. You don't have to look like you're criticizing the regime all the time. You understand? Because most of you want to be regime stalwarts. You want to be regime bootlickers. That's why you don't speak. But your silence is inversely proportional to the potential of you getting harmed, the potential of you getting affected by the same vices that you are staying silent against. So without necessarily calling out the regime, since we all know you want to be Kenya Kusha stalwarts or bootlickers, you can call out sections. Like now I've just told you, talk about universally acceptable corruption, like the one of roads. You've seen, I've just told you about the Kenyan engineers. You speak out, because these guys don't mark your roads. They don't put reflectors. They don't put the road signs. They just allow you or let us to drive with autopilot. And so if you're moving, especially at a fast pace, because now the engineers were very smart. They were always blaming, let's blame alcohol, let's blame water. Clearly, we've come to see that there is no correlation between alcohol and accidents. And the lockdown should have showed you that even when we were locked down and we were not moving at all, the accidents increased, they spiked. They were still even at unprecedented high levels. So they've been using that. They've been bribing journalists, and then the church now comes, your corrupt clergy, they come there and then they're jumping on the bandwagon. Oh, alcohol is bad. No, the roads are bad. It's your engineers who are the problem, and they eat with the corrupt regime of the day, the CSs and the PSs of the day. Call them out. Don't keep quiet.